I wonder why that is. Everybody else gets to rotate theirs. Hmm. Sepa la madre. There must be some kind of button I have to push or something like that. What's good? What's good with everybody? What's cracking lacking? Pistol packing. Babe, were you expecting a package?
No, not today.
No?
Not today. Not today.
She's like, no, I got the jackets already. I got everything I need.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, what's good with you? Realist 213? What's happening? Oh yeah, it wasn't for us. What's good? Oh, what's good, little art? What's cracking like in What's up?
Uh-oh.
That's right, my boy. You working right now? You damn, they always got you on the grind, huh, my boy? Non-stop hitting it. How many days do you work a week? Do you work the 6 days or 7 days or what's happening? Cracking G, what's good with you? X-rated 559 up in the building. On fifth. On 55th. You find me? That Popeye's chicken. 6 days straight. Oh, me too, my boy. I only get one day off, so I feel your pain. Hey, but you know, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, no? You know what I mean? The bills ain't gonna pay themselves. You know? Wouldn't it be nice to get that EBT?
No.
Shit, but I take nothing from this government.
No, who's breaking it down? Just your government name.
Just my government name. That's why I go as B right now.
Oh gosh.
That's my slave name. And he calls him Brad. Bradford? No, his name is Bradford. Oh, Bradford. That's my slave name. Okay, B-Rad. What's that? Money don't sleep. Oh, damn. Homie came through with that metaphor. Money does not sleep. Good afternoon, gente. What's good with you, Shadow Pit? What's cracking lacking? What you up to, my boy? It's early. It's earlier than normal for me. You know what I mean? But we gotta be up already. We got a costume party to go to, so you know when the wife's getting ready, we gotta be up. In a way, we could sleep through all that. Like, su puta madre. No, you know what's worse? When it's the weekend, my boy. When it's the weekend and it's early as hell and people decide to cut their tree, homie. Like, oh my god. No respect, homie. No respect that people might be crudos or desvelados or some que ni han dormido y esos güeyes ahí. Like, hijo su puta madre. Can't you wait till everyone's up? For we even wakes up the roosters, homie, with that chainsaw. 7 in the morning, dog, cutting their tree, you know. And it sounds like they're building a clubhouse. Like, joso puta madre. That's disrespectful, my boy. You gotta think about everyone else. They might be desvelados, crudos, burnout, and all that. Huh? You know when the jardineros come? Like, fuck no, man. They couldn't wait for a decent hour. What up, homie? What's good with you, man cave? On a Sunday at 7, I'm cutting my grass. Get your ass up and be productive. Nah, my boy, you can't be cutting your grass at that time, homie. Ah, oh, hell no. You know what, my boy? They should put silencers on lawnmowers. Ah, that's a good idea, huh? I'm gonna come up with that. I'm gonna invent that. A silencer on a lawnmower. Woo, that'll be a genius invention, my boy. Multi-billion-dollar idea right there. I'll buy it for my neighbors. What razor do you use to shave your head? Gillette Fusion 5. Nah, actually, I use the one from the 99-cent store. The one that's like $1 for like 4. My boy, we from the hood, homie. I never heard of such a thing as a $20 razor. Sometimes we even have to use just a razor, you know, tied with a homemade handle. I have done it like that before.
Oh my goodness! Look what
When I needed a razor and I didn't have a razor, hey, my boy, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Las Vegas, we have to become. Oh, in Vegas, we have. Afternoon is too hot to do it. Oh yeah, okay, I feel you, homie. Yeah, it gets hot out there, huh? Yeah, big yeah. You already know. See, the realest 213, that fool knows. Will Cali pass some bills to? Yeah, yes, and yes, so it won't be long till you hear. No, you hear it's buzzing and electric motors. Um, I honestly don't see nothing wrong with that idea. I mean, if it's good for the environment and like, how can I say? If it's a good product that they're putting out there, like good vehicles, right? Like they don't break down and they're not expensive, and if everything still stays, or if it gets cheaper, if possible, it will be a fantastic idea. But we know we live in America, that ain't gonna happen. As a matter of fact, that's why these cars, they make them before, my boy. Back in the days when you had a Regal, or let's even a Ford Explorer, whatever. You get in a car crash, a little dent. You know what I mean? You know, nothing major. Now, my boy, a fender bender, fool, he said that half of your car falls apart. These things are made out of plastic, my boy. You know what I mean? That's why these car wrecks look worse than what it really is. But they weren't even traveling that fast. But the cars just fall apart like fucking styrofoam, fool. You know, and before, man, you know, un pinche putazo and you'll just get a little dent. You know, they were built to last. But that's the thing, they were built to last, so these companies weren't able to get as many of them out of there, so they weren't making as much money as they are now. Because now, you know, shit falls apart all the damn time, so you have to go and keep trying to like for them to fix it, or you're trading your car, and they keep making the money, my boy. You know what I mean? Shit, before you were even able to change like certain things in your car, like let's say the fuel pump, right? You're able to change the fuel pump by yourself. Now some cars have built-in locks where only the dealership owned the key to those locks, so you would still have to go over there and and pay for them to unlock it in order for you to like, damn, the the greed of these bastards. You know what? No, on the last live I got into it, so I'm not even gonna dive in no more on this. On these big companies, they had enough. Silencer for a lawnmower? I just be like, hey, fools will be think they're getting dumped on with a silencer. Like, oh, Tirensen! A drive-by with a silencer, them fools aren't playing. Saludos, Shadows de Fresno County, 559. That's right, Fresno County up in the building. Blanco right there representing. Hey, Spencer, for the comment, I was like, now that when I reread it, I was like, oh shit, that does sound like that. It's because with comments, it's kind of hard to tell like how somebody means something, you know, because like no emotions are being like shown or whatever. So like it could be read either way, you know what I mean? I didn't bother to see that from that way.
Aiden, stop it.
Because I know I'm sarcastic, but sometimes I'm being like serious and it's like, oh, I can't use them cheap razors. And you know, I never cut myself. It's rare. It's rare.
Okay, Aiden, let me try.
So you still post up in your hood, homie? Yeah, Simon. Luis Rios. Yeah, I still chill with the camaradas and everything like that, and be on the block and all that. Yeah, oh yeah. Nah, I'm not saying like you gotta be out there doing anything crazy or anything like that, but just to chill. You know what I mean? It feels like home. No, like even when I'm like on the drive over there, like before I get to it, I get butterflies like in my stomach, like of joy. I don't know why.
No,
Like it feels like, I don't know, like I feel like at peace or at home or something like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's hard to describe the feeling.
Yeah, Aiden asked me.
Do you use shaving cream? Oh hell yeah, my boy! You gotta use shaving cream. Yeah. We not that backtracked. Got a Halloween costume? Yeah, Simone. I'm gonna go as a warlock. For those who don't know what a warlock is, it's the male equivalent to a witch. So kind of like a wizard, but the evil version of a wizard, I guess. So an evil wizard?
It's a hot flopper.
Wait, is it an evil wizard? Okay. Wait, what's the difference between a wizard and a witch? They both got wand. Wait, does a witch have a wand?
The witch has a long nose.
All witches don't have long noses. But they cast spells, no? Don't they both cast spells? So there's really no difference between a wizard and a witch.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
One's green.
Witches are all green?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Steven and made it up there.
Guess it makes sense.
Without reaching in the pit.
Good morning, G. Hey, what's good with you, amigos? Chilling? If they can send rockets out of space, we should be able to have uncouple vehicles as cell phones. Ah, damn, the realest 2 and 3. facts. The facts of life. The facts of life.
They have soccer ball there, huh?
The one that accidentally chipped it and then it kicked it and then it went.
Ah, ain't that the truth, my boy? But remember, we're not supposed to have so many questions and point out so many stuff, my boy, because then
Yeah.
then they come at us with their stupid ass arguments like, oh, so what? Like we should give everybody everything for free? Like, awesome, madre. Like, damn. Or afternoon. No, this is morning for me, my boy. So you were right. This is morning.
Okay.
Witches use brooms. Oh, that's no, but don't they? What was Harry Potter flying to get that little the gold chain, or that for one of his Skrilla? Weren't they flying on brooms, or what were those?
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah, there were brooms, huh? I knew it. See, they're the same, homie. They just beef it with each other.
Yeah, just sit down. I got it from there.
Not it. Witches have brooms. Witches have.
Yeah, you.
Oh, but a witch does not have a wand. But the
Yeah,
witches cast spells though, and wizards cast spells too.
Here.
Wizards magic spells, witches evil spells. I think. Oh yeah, that's true. Because you can't be a witch and be a good witch. Can you be a good witch?
Yeah, you could.
So you could be a good. Oh yeah, that's right. They have. Yeah, there could be good witches. So they could be bad at wizards. Ah, so you know what's the same shit, my boy.
Slow it down.
Look at us diving into like we're trying to make sense of this. Like, oh well, you see, the witches' chemical alignments due to the geographic.
I
Like,
know one. The witches wear a hat.
oh, so a wizard can't wear a hat. Now,
And they have.
if a wizard doesn't have a hat, does that make him a wizard? And if a wizard puts on a hat, does that make him a witch?
Indeed.
That is the real question. See, this is a reason why America never progressed, dog. Just spent too much time debating on what's the difference between a witch and a wizard.
Plenty of reasons different from a wizard and
It
a
don't
witch.
hurt you. I don't use shaving cream because I break out. Oh, okay. So you have sensitive skin, so you need that. No, they have special like shaving creams for that. You know what I mean? Because of whatever chemical there is in certain shaving creams, it irritates your skin. That's why. What up, Shadow Love? From P Del B.O. Oh, that's right. B.O.P. up in the building. Whoa, whoa. Shout out to all the homies out there holding you down. Dickies, Ben Davis, or Frisco Pants. Ben Davis, my boy, all the way. My monkeys. I love my monkeys. Monkeys, counties are good too. Nah, but I'm gonna have to go with Ben Davis still. Ben Davis and counties. I said that. But I'm still say Ben Davis. My monkeys is.
What's it different from a monkey and a gorilla?
Monkeys have tails. Apes don't have tails. Yeah, that's how you know it's a monkey because it has a tail, and apes don't have tails.
And gorillas are crazy.
Yeah, but it's Ben Davis all the way, my boy. I love my monkeys.
What's teaching the dress Sanderson's
My boy said, "Hey, but I came through with that real quick, huh? Are you?
Where were they?
Sonny,
You see them?
wait.
They look pretty cool. Were they at the parking lot? Yeah, I see. You've seen them, right? Yeah. I don't know what she.
Oh no, yeah. I appreciate that, Blanco. Likewise, I'm confused. Witches and wizards might be the same. No, they are the same, my boy. Bewitch was a nice. See, homie knows what I'm talking about right there. That was cool. Yeah. Simon, you see.
She's gonna catch a spell on you, babe.
You're gonna catch a spell on me because you're going as a witch. But my wife's gonna be a witch. I'm gonna be the warlock. That's the reason I'm a warlock, because she's a witch. Drink up. Oh, you already know? It's not bad ice. Shadow, you a WWE fan, right? Oh yeah, Simon. I love the WWE. That's my shit. Go dressed as Gangrel from WWF. Spit out the blood. When he used to come out and spit out the blood and shit. When we were little, we're like, oh my god, that was a sick vampire. If we had Edge and Christian no under that full spell, I don't know about that. That fool put a spell on them. Like, I don't know. They had to like glance at his eyes or something. Ben Davis and so. That's right.
You see Andy come back to
Yeah,
the room?
that's me all day, my boy. Like I stay with my Ben Davis, my Charlie Browns, my Cortezes. You know, my boy. But it's always been my style, though. Like if you look at the pictures from when I'm like 12 and 11 and all that, so now still just the same as my same style. No. Let's link up and get online. You get 2K19. Yeah, I got 2K19. You don't got 2K20? Yeah, I'm down to play like any of my subscribers on any basketball, football, fighting, any game. Yeah, yeah. If anybody ever wants to play, shit, we do it. We even do like where like if they win, I'll shoot you some merchandise. You know what I mean? If you're able to win. Ay, era como si soy bien chingón para el juego. Like, yeah, homie skills are that sharp. Like, nah, actually, I suck.
Did you know back then, wizard mean a wise man?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually did not know that bit. But thank you. Now, I am actually... Oh, no, wait, I'm not a wizard, though. I'm a warlock. Get the stream, yeah, homie. Oh, yeah, I've been actually, like, you know, doing my research to see, like, how all of that, like, works and everything. Like, I want to educate myself, like, properly, you know. That way, when I do it, it comes out, like, chingon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, instead of without all the glitches, I got put online. You got put online? When? Doughboy Tony from OC on Northern. Doughboy Tony from OC on the Northern video. Doughboy Tony. Okay, he's on a Northern video. Who's Doughboy Tony? Is he like a rapper? BL. I'm gonna go as Octagon. I'm gonna go as Máscara Sangrada. If I had one of those lucha masks, I would go as that. El Blue Demon, como le decían al güey. El Blue Demon, lo ganó el Blue Demon. I don't know understand why they couldn't call it Demonio. About, bro, take care. Hey, likewise, Blanco. Hell yeah, man, good. Oh yeah, WWF was the best, my boy. I understand all this AEW, TNA, and everything else that has came in between. It's all good. It's all good wrestling. Like it all. You know what I mean? But just none of them, I guess, reached the level to the WWF, and I think it's just because of the nostalgia behind it. You know what I mean? Just because it's something that we grew up watching. You know what I mean? But like all there's new wrestlers that have like a lot of talent, but some of them are just, like they go like they try a little bit too hard. That it's just like you can't really like dive into that bubble. You know what I mean? Because they just like they make it really hard with the like what was it that match with I think it was Roman Reigns and the Fiend, and he had to do like I don't know how many like finishers on that fool, and it's like no man. Like that's already like that's already like like I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea. Going back to work. All right, handle it, my boy. The realest 213. Yep, I got 2K22. All right, yeah, we could do either one. Yeah, I'm down. I was actually doing 2K20 earlier today. I lost to Ice Cube. No. Tupac eliminated me. Fucking Tupac, man. Then we got Ice Cube coming through with that W for beat up Aquaman. Now it's just 501s, pro clubs, and pro. All right, now I still use like my bend. I still do the old school. Anytime I wear like any new stuff, like I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable. Did you play Double Dragon? Hell yeah, I played Double Dragon, my boy. Both of them, the original version and the like the cartoonish version, the one where it was like that black ninja fool that was kind of like Shredder. So I had both of them. I still have mine. I have in like my garage, whatever. I have like every game console. I have the Nintendo 64, the Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, the Wii, the GameCube. I have every console. You know what I mean? Like ever made. I have more than like 1,000 games in that motherfucker over there that I just bought from my motos. And believe it or not, the GameCube's actually the funnest one out of all those consoles. I ain't even making that up. That's real talk. What grade is Damien? 6. He's in 6 now. 3 days ago. Really? So on high school or what? We gotta make history. Hell yeah! Doughboy Tony is a southern rapper. He did a cameo in.
Okay, now you gotta climb up this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see. I knew there was a homie in there. Yeah, because I remember, like in the background, I could see like there was several homies. Send your player tag. Oh yeah, Simone. I'll put it on the comments after this live. I'll leave my thing because I actually don't know what it is. What's my son's? But I gotta like put the thing on there. Did you see Westbound video where he featured did his verse in the scene in the video from himself? Nah, when did that one come out? And that fool right there, he's got talent, man. He's got a lot of skills. I've been saying that about him when I reacted. Oh yeah, no. Wait, was it a freestyle? I did a reaction to it right here on my channel. I scoped that homie since when he first dropped that thing. You know what I mean? I already knew he had a lot of skills. I already knew he was gonna go places. You know what I mean? That's why I reacted to his thing because like homie needed more exposure. Like he's sick. Respects to you and your family, homie from Phoenix. That's right, AZ Diablo right there representing out of Phoenix. What up, my boy? What's good with you? I say chilling. What's good with you, Johnny? Check that question about game.
What skin are you again? I'm going.
Serio? I'm down. Oh yeah, we gonna make it happen. That's real talk. No, that shit would be dope. To any of those games or multiple games. You know, we do it all. Do you have a lot of games? Because for the PS, like, well, I have like a shitload of games for like the consoles. I have like every game out there. Just tapping in to show some love from San Bernardino, Westside Verdugo. That's right, Westside Verdugo up in the building. Free my homie Sicko out of Westside Verdugo at the 7th. Who should be out like in about 3 years more. 2 more years. And he's gonna be dropping fire when he comes out. Homie's got a lot of talent in rapping. Y'all gonna see. A lot of the homies like their music's on hold because they're busted. So, you know, we gotta wait till they come out. You know, hey, but it's part of the game, homie. You know what I mean? And I'm not just gonna forget homies. I'm not gonna just leave them behind and forget, like, you know, like acting brand new, like, you know, like. I know that there's shady fools that do that shit. It's like, oh, he's busted next. Like, yeah, you gonna wait for a homie? Fuck. I know the game is treacherous, but I mean, sometimes it's funny, like the so-called loyalty that some individuals have. It's like, damn, loyalty went down the drain, huh? Where you from, big dog? I'm from Radford Street, my boy, North Hollywood, California. It's a barrio in North Hollywood, San Fernando Valley. But it's that Radford Street. Woo-woo! Please watch my documentary about the Southside. All right, what's your channel's name, my boy? I'll put it on here right now. What's cracking, my boy? Snack time, Pollo Loco. That's right, my boy. We got Mickey D's. You know what I mean? It was too early to make anything. Because yesterday we were cooking steaks and potatoes and all kinds of shit. So I took a little break. Feed me saludos. Hey, likewise, my boy. There's no more loyalty, my boy. Serio. Everybody waits like 5 minutes and they're like, you know what? I think that's enough loyalty. Nah, it's because people are very impatient now. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, now people's attention span and patience is limited. You know what I mean? Even with music, like music now is like a minute and 58 seconds because it's like supposedly like 2 minutes and like 10 seconds, but they still start off with the intro. That's like about like 15 seconds right there, and then at the end they still want to talk a little bit, so that's like another like 10 minutes, 10 seconds. You know, so in total you're only getting about like a minute and 53 of a song. Before you were getting 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You were getting 2 hooks and 3 verses. You know what I mean? Like how music should be. Now you're getting 1 verse. If you're lucky, you'll get 2 and 1 hook. Like, what the fuck? And you only get 10 songs on the CD. Before you were getting like 22. Now you're only getting about 10. And and not even 10 because it's the intro and the outro, so you're only getting about 8 songs.
Why you do that?
And each song is about a minute and 58. And before the CD was only like $20, now they want like about like 45. So like, and like you're taking more fatty away from me and giving me
What
less.
is he gonna start?
And it's like minimum effort, the bare minimum effort on a song. Like, yeah, getting racks. Make a stat. Yeah. Like what? Like they only say like 3 words. Like what? And then they repeat them and repeat them. And then half of the shit you weren't even able to hear. Like like what? What did he say? I try to put the subtitles. Like let me see what he said. Like and even it doesn't know it. It's just question mark, question mark, question mark. Like wow, fucking shit. Like what language is that? Was that Namekian, Kryptonian, maybe perhaps?
It's glowing. You're
Like-
climbing me.
Yeah, fool was speaking on some. Fool was casting a spell.
I'm gonna turn around where I pickaxe in the wall for no reason.
Fool was speaking in tongues,
Let's go.
and that's the music nowadays,
Some
though.
more.
Like there you go. Like that's your track. Like that's a track.
I didn't make it.
And the beat doesn't even change up or nothing. It's on some flat shit. Like damn, that was the beat. What documentary is the one of the songs I look for from the West Side 13th Street? Yeah, I'm curious to know like the documentary too. You know what I mean? Like I'm curious to peep it out. You know what I mean? Hey, doggy,
One of us is gonna have to die.
everybody out for themselves.
And that's me.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, but if your team wins,
Nah, but there's some solid ones out there. East Side 13th Street. That's right. Woo woo. Oldies on Main. Oldies are the main. Yeah, they'll always be. Nothing will ever be oldies or old school or Zapp and Rogers. None of that. That's like music that's forever, homie. You know what I mean? You know, One Way, the Gap Band, Debbie Deb, Barbara Mason, Billy Stewart, Smokey Robinson, obviously, Brennan Wood, The Temptations, Slice Slick and Wicked is my shit. Mass Production, all of that forever will be the best kind of music, my boy. Those beats till now, if you hear those beats now, my boy, they still banging, they still rocking. You know what I mean? Like you could hear a beat maybe like from some shit you thought was chingon, like in 2013. You thought that rola was like badass, and then you hear it now and you're kind of like, man, what was I thinking? Like the beat doesn't sound the same. It just sounds like whack, whatever. Compared to when you put on a Zapp and Rogers song or One Way or the Gap Band or any of those. My boy, as soon as that shit plays, my boy, it's like you could feel the energy. You know what I mean? It sounds crisp still. The louder bass, it sounds still everything legit. You know what I mean? Because when you use real instruments, of course it's gonna age well. You know, because you're getting the real shit compared to technology, right? When they're doing all these instruments through softwares, right? They sound kind of like computerized. We don't know what the really good stuff sounds like because we're stuck in 2000. They say it's 2013, so we don't know what better stuff sounds like. So to us, it sounds chingon. Then people start coming up with better sounds and more clear sounds and with more loud trebles, basses, and all that. So then when we go back and we hear these songs from before, they don't sound as good no more. It's kind of like when you watch a movie from back in the days. The CGI looks chingon at the time. We were like, damn, that shit looks badass. And then you go back and watch that movie again, and you're like, damn, fool, that shit looks all fake. And you get what I'm saying? But for those times, it was crisp, but it doesn't age well. Same with the music. The sound doesn't age well. You know what I mean? It sounds all computer robotish. It sounds whack. Compared to when you're using the real instruments, oh my boy, you're gonna get the real. I mean, come on, homie, you're getting the real deal, Holyfield. So that's why that shit forever will age chingon. You know what I mean? It sounds, Zapp and Rogers more bounce, no auto tune. Hey, see, here's the thing about Zapp and Rogers and auto tune. People be like, hey, you like Zapp and Rogers, but how come you say you hate auto tune? Zapp and Roger was the master of auto tune. When people are the master of auto tune, there's a difference, right? He didn't use auto tune from beginning to end. You know what I mean? He knew when to use it, where to use it, and for how long to use it. You get what I'm saying? Like where he implicated his auto tune, it made sense, to go with the flow of the beat, with the rhythm. So it sounds chingon compared to these rappers that use auto tune is like, why did they apply auto tune right there? Clearly, it didn't need no auto tune. It's way too much auto tune. They don't know how to use the auto tune to top it off. Zapp and Roger knew what words to say in auto tune. That way, it sounds like chingon. These people try to use auto tune for every single word. You know that those syllables are not gonna stretch out all that well when you're using auto tune like that. You know what I mean? So like why would he do it? But see, they don't understand that part of it. See, Zapp and Roger knew what he was doing with the auto tune. You know what I mean? Like he actually, well, he's a master. You know what I mean?
This purple and this purple match, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy level. Oh yeah, voice box or whatever. But you get what I'm saying though. Like the auto tune voice box effect, pues. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what was that guy's name? The guy that said "woo" in his music, Pop Smurf, Pop Smurf, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's who made that "woo" sound, right? He's the one that first made that "woo" sound. I think, yeah, I want to say it is Pop Smurf. Anywho, he knew because obviously he's the one that brought it into music, so he knew exactly how much to use it, when to use it, and everything like that because he's the creator of it. You know what I mean? So when he used it, it matched up because he knew how to use it because that was his lingo. Kind of like with E40 too. His lingo goes with it because he knows the words, how to use the words, and etc. So when they use it, it sounds chingon. So whenever somebody else tries to use it, they use it too much. They use it in like weird places that they probably shouldn't have used it because they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to imitate. You know what I mean? So they're just trying to guess. That's why it sounds like it's overused or it's underused or it's like, why would they say it right there? See, these guys know what they're doing because they created it. You know what I mean? So they know exactly where to use it and how many times to use it and etc. But that's the thing that people don't understand when they try to imitate somebody's style and why it comes off like not sounding as good as theirs. You know what I mean? Because like, well, see, they knew like how to use it. You don't. You're just trying to guess or assume. You know. What are you doing for Halloween tomorrow? I actually don't know. I know today we have a Halloween party we're gonna go to. We're gonna go to a costume party right now, like in a little bit. Yeah, but that's why like some of these songs they don't sound like, you know. It's not that I'm hating on these individuals, because people have to think of it like this. When people try to act like other individuals, right? Like they try to copy their styles or their lingo and everything like that. Same, I will say with Chicano rappers. Think of it like this. Before any of these guys use words like rack or woo or any of those things, when they first came out, meaning there was nobody that was using those words. They were the first. They took a chance. They took a risk, right? Like saying their catchphrase or their lingo, whatever. They were the only ones to do it. No one else had heard that sound before or that word or that lingo before. But they just went and did it either way. You know what I mean? They took a they're leaders, my boy. No one else had to say it. No one else had to be, do it or anything like that. They were just doing it. They just were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just do my lingo and see what happens." Music before set the trends. You would hear the music, they were doing it or saying it or whatever, and then everybody would start imitating whatever, like how it always goes. Nowadays, everybody tries to imitate everybody else, right? So now music set the trend. So now the trends are setting the music. You know what I mean? Like everybody's trying to like adapt that. Like, that when somebody first creates a catchphrase or a slogan or anything like that, he was the only one that did it. You know what I mean? So therefore, he's a leader. He wasn't following what everybody else was doing. He decided to take a chance and do his own thing. So maybe you should try to do your own thing and take a chance instead of trying to imitate the next man. You know what I mean? That is the reason why you keep playing second fiddle, homie, because you're not being yourself. You're not being unique. You're not taking no chances. You're just trying to be in the comfort zone, because you've seen that this works for certain individuals, so it might work for you. You know what I mean? But understand that you and that individual are two different people. It might have worked for him, but it might not work for you. There's a better chance that it might work for you if you do you than imitating somebody else. You know what I mean? That's what makes an idea like hit, because it's unique. Nobody else has heard anything like it or anything like that. But if I have the original person that created the original style from, this is the original style. Why should I get yours if yours is the imitation version? What's stopping me from going and getting the original person's music instead of getting the imitator? You get what I'm saying? I might as well just go get the original than the guy that's trying to be like him. You know what I mean? That's what I try to tell all these, like, like people that rap, because they try to sound like Takashi and like everybody else, and it's like just because they work for that individual doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. You know what I mean? Like you should try to be yourself, be unique. People rather hear somebody that's like genuine, you know, real than to try to copy somebody else, copy the next man, because then it's like, oh, here we go, another one that raps like this. Because it's a common thing, right? You know what I mean? The same words are being used. The camera angle of the phone that goes like that, camera angle. The whole the Rex, the Xanax, the sipping the lean. Yeah, yes, I know, I heard it all before. Even the motion of the cameras. Like before I watch a video of nowadays music, of the new school music, I already know how the video's gonna start. I already know the motion of the camera. I already know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say Rax. He's gonna say Lean. He's gonna say Xanax. Yeah, he's gonna say all of that. Yeah, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari. Yeah. He's gonna say bands. Yes, he's gonna say bands. Yeah, yeah, of course. Like fuck. Like if I was to say he's unique at what? See, that's why I like Kendrick Lamar. When you hear his music, you don't know what the fuck that was gonna say. He's the only one. He's the only one of these new artists from the new era that I actually think has a lot of skills, because you don't know what he's gonna say in his music compared to everybody else. If I hear any of this Little Baby or the Baby or any of those guys, I already know what they're gonna say in the music. My boy, I already know. I already know what the topics are and how it's gonna go, and even the somewhat patterning of the beat, how it's gonna roll. As soon as the song starts, like, yep, I already knew this beat was gonna flow like this. It's like the same sound effects and all the music. It's like the same shit over and over again. They feature other rappers on their music, but they all rap the same. So it's like, why did you even feature him? You should have just done the song by yourself, like. Because you guys sound the same, so like, what was the whole point of featuring that rapper? The whole point of featuring another rapper on your song is that both of you guys have different styles, and you guys could rock the same beat. So when your verse is done, and then the guy you're featuring comes into the song, it sounds like fresh. It sounds like a brand new song because the style is different. That you're just like, oh shit! It sounds like you're hearing a whole different song. That's what keeps the people entertained compared to like you feature somebody and it's like he's rapping just like you. It's like, oh my boy, you should have just done the song yourself. You didn't need to feature that fool. Because your guys sound the same. I can't even tell the difference.
Well, I could get a second chance.
As a warlock, my boy, like the trap music trend. Yeah, which is horrible. What's good, Essay? What's good, Playboy? What's happening? What's up, G? I'm at the highlight. That's right, Rogelio, right there. Shout out to the Tiny Boys. Woo woo. Oh, Big Bad 209. What's up with you, my boy? It's been a while. Hey, saludos to you, my boy. Shout out to los baños out there, homie. That's right. Cubo from Vaca. Good afternoon, players. That's right. Homie representing out of Vacaville. I was going to say you should lose me. Oh, yeah. Oh, that song is beautiful, my boy.
And what?
Nothing beats those songs. What's cracking, homie? Oh, what's good, Jesus? It's a Vacaville de los Baños. That's right, representing out of Los Baños. No, but yeah, those songs, especially when they threw the saxophone in there. Ooh, one of my favorite instruments, my boy. That one and like the organ. I like when they throw those two instruments in a rolla, man. So, and you know what's sad? Not that many people do it. Or even piano. I like pianos in my beat, like piano keys in my beats. I just like to hear the instruments and beats. When you're hearing a beat and you're able to hear that instrument in there compared to the elotero man horn. Sometimes I think an elotero man is coming in. It's like, oh no, someone's just bumping their song. Like what the hell is that? Like that's the new jam, my boy. Like that's the new jam. Like that's why they even dance like robots now. Cause that's how the beats are. The beats don't allow them to do no motion. It's just like it's clean cut corners. like there's no rhythm to it. It's just like You could put an inflatable waving tube man out there. Um, it has been homie. Just work and stay. Oh, that's right, my boy, doing your thing. I respect that. I respect that. Would you do a video reaction to Daniels, this song dissing each other? I have. I was doing it before, but a lot of individuals didn't know how to behave. In those, you know what I mean. And it's like when I react to a northern song, they diss the suit. A lot.
Oh, never mind.
It is rare if any rolas, maybe a big locote rola, and maybe some upstate homies out there that have this like northern side. But for a majority of sureño songs, don't diss the norte because, well, obviously homies are not even allowed to be like dissing like their enemigas like on because we see it at like that's not gangster shit, you know what I mean? Because then you're a studio gangster. That's how homies see it. That's why they never did it in their music. You know what I mean? It's rare you would ever get a song like that. And if you did, a lot of homies wouldn't like it, or they were just bashing it because they would think that you were trying too hard, or like, why don't they go tell them in person? You get what I'm saying? So a lot of homies just stayed away from doing that kind of music. You get what I'm saying? Anywho, that's why you don't hear like a rola where specifically dissing like one barrio, maybe like a fan made one, but like an actual disc, you never see that because homies just didn't see the purpose of it. Anywho, so there's a few songs I react to and they diss, I understand, I get it, right? The pleitos before and yeah, so I totally understand and everything like that. And even there's some sureño songs I have reacted to where they diss, the side. If it's one, two, three, here and there, then all right, cool, you know what I mean? But when the whole entire song is just dissing like one side, like it's like no, you know what I mean? Because then it's like it's not even on the simple fact about like how could I say like my side is being like offended or whatever. It's just that well, there's nothing G about it though.
Can you tell it's purple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's kind of like you know what I mean? It's like why on the music though? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's that behind it, Like if there's a diss here and there, you know what I mean? Like yeah, I'll react to it. But if like the whole rola is like dissing one side, it's like oh come on now, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I have reacted to some rolas by some individuals, right? And that's the thing. Like how can I say? I give people like respect, right, and the benefit of the doubt and all of that. You know what I mean? And sometimes yeah, it does bite me in the ass. You know what I mean? I'll be like I show my respect, and then they'll be like. Whatever, can you react to this? And since I don't know the song, like, okay, so I react to it, and then next the whole Sorola's dissing, like, the side, and then it's like, yeah, that's right, F that side, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, so you kind of, like, trick me into, like, reacting to that song, and it's cool, you know what I mean? Like, if that's how, like, you got, like, your moment of fame or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I actually try to come right to the table, but that, like, it only shows a character, that it's like, okay, so now next time when they want a song, it's like, oh, okay, like, nah, you know what I mean? It's like I came at you right, like you know what I mean? Like you're hoping to get the same in return, and sometimes like I said, you don't get the same in return. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna change like my whole persona and everything like that. Like nah, like I'll still like because not every individual is the same, and even though 9 times out of 10 I get bit in the ass, at least I know that I'm not the one that's doing the biting, so I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? But like yeah, if it has some, like here and there, then yeah, I don't mind, you know what I mean? But I just think that like like the purpose to behind like that, like yeah, to get it out there to be hearing is like, well, like but what purpose did that serve though? Like like you already know that the other side's like dislike this side, so it's like hearing it on music is not gonna make a difference, like bumping it out there. It's not gonna be like it's one point to the other side or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's music.
It's fun, right?
You know? Oh, see, like the Mousy North Side Soldier, that one, the homie had already told me that song is just like dissing like this side, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, because I told him about the rola, and he's like, oh, I heard it, man, and it's like he's like, oh man, but it's just dissing like this side, and I go, serio? Because I don't want to hear it before I react to it, because then it's like it's not authentic, you know what I mean? So I had them give me like a basic little background behind the rola, you know what I mean? And And he's like, yeah, it's just this and this side. I was like, all right, like, 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 big time. Because I even tell him like, man, like, oh, it might not be so bad. And he's like, nah, like it was like over excessively. I was like, all right, never mind. Because I always try to give like the benefit of the, you know what I mean? Like, I always try to come cool and everything like that. You know? When I see you live, I got to tap it every day. Hey, likewise, Big Bad 209. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, much respect that to all the northerners in Los Baños. Happy weekend. That's right. Lucky Luke still up in the house. What's good with you, my boy? Chefing it on. That's right. Northside Soldier, he should listen to his own time. To Northside Soldier, he should listen to his own time. Okay. Yeah, see, I figured that much. Or try Trapper Low 100 times 22. Is that one like cool? Is that one like I like I said, if there's a diss here and there, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Like if it's a diss like here and there, it's like all right, cause like because I understand the purpose behind of it and all of it, obviously. But like the whole rollout like that is like, oh nah, man. Like I said, yo no me agüito. It's just music. You know what I mean? Like whatever somebody says on the internet about my lado, about my side on the internet, whether it's on music or just a video, whatever, it never bothers me because it's done through the cyber world, I guess. You know what I mean? It would be different if it's done in person. You know what I mean? Because then individuals could get to individuals. And it would work the same for the Northsiders. You know what I mean? It's like a Northsider doesn't want to hear like a Southern homie like whatever saying it like through cyber thing. It would be different if it's done in person, because a real G conducts himself that way. Regardless of North, South, Crib, Blood, Gangster Disciple, Folk Nation, People Nation, Tejanos. Whatever's organization they want to claim or put on their own, whatever. They're all gonna conduct themselves similar to have similar G code trends. You know what I mean? Like trades, I guess. And one of them is like, well, there's nothing hard about dissing another man through technology or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? Neither side's gonna see it down. No matter what side they're coming from. If they have some gang ties to them, they're not gonna say like, oh, okay, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I read because that's Raza. That's talent. That's Raza. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's North, South, or Chicago or whatever, my boy is Raza. You can't be hollering and wolfing this and this and that. Like, it's all about the raza. It's all about brown pride. I'm 100% for my gente. I'm all about, hey, orgullo ser mexicano. Hey, orgullo ser latino. Yeah, it's all for the people. It's all for the. And then, like, hey, homie, why are you going to react to them, fool? Fuck them, fool. Like, hey, didn't you say it's all about the raza 100? And like, so you're not down for the raza fully? 50%? 25? 35? I'm only being honest. You know what I mean? Just my opinion from not a gang related. When vatos diss or say because they represent, they live so to go ahead because yeah, that is true. You're gonna box yourself in. You know what I mean? Especially if your means is to get financial means off of music. The worst thing you want to do is you could make disses. You could make diss songs, right? Because people like diss songs. You could do that without specifically going into details, right? You could be like, fuck that other side, or F my enemies, or when we caught them slipping, but not going into specific streets, specific hoods, especially if you don't want to get arrested. You know what I mean? Like vatos want to go into like specific details and then they wonder why they get arrested. Like, my boy, like, you should have said on a summer afternoon, you were rolling down their block, caught them slipping and let the banger go, bam, or whatever. You know what I mean? But when you decide to go into specific streets, like, it was on July 5th, roughly around 5. I was rolling with my 38 with so and homie driving down A Avenue, and as soon as we hit B Avenue, we seen that for slipping, and shot him directly in his head. And then the Huda catches wind of this. Hey, Charlie, search up July 5th, roughly around 3, around A Avenue and B Avenue. Did we have a report of if any shootings, a male practically getting shot in his temple? Yes, Bob. While we have a case right here that hasn't been solved of a shooting that was reported that day. Oh, well, we've got this rapper right here, Elso Joker, who just confessed to a crime similar to that. Oh, okay, well, let's start doing our investigation. And next you know, bam, homie ends up getting hit in the slam, and he's like, damn, homie, I wonder which homie snitched on me, dog. Damn, one of the homies must have snitched. Oh, maybe it was my headphone, dog. Like, fuck, dog. How these motherfuckers know who I was? Yeah, it was probably my car. Nah, it was a fucking homie Duke, eh? Fuck that. I thought, like, hey, it was you. What you talking about? Like, you idiot. Like, never go into specific details, fool. What's wrong with you? You could have gave details, not specific details, not specific streets, not specific days, not specific calibers. Like God, like how do you want to break the law, not know your law? Like fucking guys.
Mine's odd.
Mando, they should before the homies get jumped in, they have to know the California laws. You know what I mean? Gotta quiz them on that shit. If they don't pass the quiz, calentada. Anywho, it's funny.
Never mind.
Anywho,
Thank God.
what's up, fool? 310 representing. Listen to Nasty North Camp. Oh, local little Raider. Oh yeah, Raider gets down. That was sick. Oh, Uno Loco. He's the one that I reacted to where I got that song. That shit was banging. Had that old school beat to it. What do you think about that Bad Boy West Coast? Bad Boy West Coast? What Bad Boy West Coast? I know Bad Boy from Click at 1. Bad Boy West Coast. I don't think I tapping in from the San Gabriel Sangre representing up in the building. That's right, Husky representing for Sangre out there. SGV. I agree. Another mission from Uno Loco Straight Fire. Oh, serio? I actually like Uno Loco. I reacted to like 2 of his rolas right here on my channel. That fool was spitting fuego. That fast-paced tempo that he has is chingon.
I'm gonna make first move.
Support Raza. Hell yeah, my boy 100. Jumping in real quick, much respect. Oh, from Georgia, that's right, Clown Loco. Hey, go check out Clown Loked Out TV's channel, Clown Loc. He covers neighborhoods and you know similar topics. There's a homie right there. Nah, a little background. He just is in prison and just kicking. All right, for sure. Yeah, I know. I actually reacted to 2 of his songs right here. He gets down. He has talent. What up, G? Hope you're having a great weekend. Saludos. That's right. Gringo right there. Taurus representing Kelly. Lifestyle dropped a new track. Ah, what? Hold on, let me go and read that again. Kelly Lifestyle dropped a new track a week ago. Straight dreams. What? That folks came out of retirement? That's right. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, I'm definitely gonna have to scope that out, homie.
I didn't see the depth.
Damn, I thought that was it for them. I thought that, you know, I wouldn't expect no new rolas from them, homie. Like, all right. See, that catches my curiosity because, you know, it's like, you know, that's my time of music, you know, that comes from my tempo. So it's like, orale, I remember Kelly Lifestyle. Our Broncos doing bad, my boy. I know, but see, I knew that this was gonna happen though because they weren't making no moves, my boy. They were the way our season started was, I don't know how that even happened, my boy. You know, and this coming from, you know, that's my team. But we haven't been making no moves, you know what I mean? Our upper office is crap. They need to get rid of all of them fools. Not the players, my boys. All these executives and all the moves they're making is stupid, my boy. They're garbage. They're not concentrating where they need to concentrate. They're just, I don't know what. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what they're doing, my boy. I don't even know where they're trying to go with this. Hell yeah, fam, you're doing good, local. When you have a fool all tweaked out right there, was gonna be trying to blame everybody. Yeah, I think it was my tia. Which one? The one that only has one tooth, my boy. You know, the one that's missing like the finger, cause you know when she tried to hit the pookie, you know, and then the chainsaw and cut her finger. I think it was her. The one that uses a sandal with a thong, but is missing the thong and shit, so her foot always slips forward. Yeah, her. Oh shit. I'm another name. I'm still using all day as long as we don't start. You know what's so funny? How you that you just said Buster and Chapete and all of that is that I never hear those sayings down here. I swear to God, the only time I ever hear Buster or Chapete or something. Well, Buster homies use it a lot, but they use it like as Busters, like any of these Busters, not like norteños. Like they're saying like Busters, like Busters. When homies say Busters out here, they're not referring to like norteños. You know what I mean? But the only time that I do hear like chapetes and all of that is only on the internet, my boy. It's only on the internet. Hi. On everything I look, que me caiga un pinche rayo right now. And that's not me defending the north side or nothing like that. Hey, homie, those are facts. For whoever comes out here and be like, fool, you're just defending them. My boy, those are facts, homie. Facts. Ask any homie from the Sud, my boy. Ain't no homies. Hey, my boy. Wait, so you never hear that word being said. Ever, dog. Just on the internet. I swear. It's funny. Like anytime I ever heard like if the north side ever got mentioned, the homies would just be like, man, fuck them, dog. Why are you even talking about that? That's how they would say it. With no disrespect, but that's how they would say it. You know, like, well, fuck them, homie. Like, ain't nobody trying to talk about that. And then conversation switched. You know what I mean? Because homies don't want to talk. Because when you decide to talk about it like that, it's like you're trying too hard. It's like you're coming off wrong to individuals. You know what I mean? Like, man, look at this motherfucker trying to. You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna like it. They want you to just to be real, be yourself. You know what I mean? Because when you try to come like that, it's like, you know, like if you show up like, hey, homie, I'm down for the food, homie, and fuck the China, you know, homie's gonna be like, what's up with this fool, dog? Like, for trying too hard, dog. Like, you know, you're not gonna come off, you know, seeming solid. You're gonna come off seeming the opposite of that. Homies will respect a motherfucker just coming and being himself. That's what they want. They don't want to see no fools, you know, when they, the ones that are scared to smile with their looks, trying to be all serious, like, that's the way. Scared to let out a smile, homie, because then all of a sudden he's weak. Like, no, mom, this, like, damn, fool. Like, breathe, homie. Shit. Like, constipated. But you never hear that talk, you know what I mean? Like, amongst homies down here. Only on the internet you'll hear a phrase like that being used. I myself, have I said F the north side? Yes, I have. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, try to deny that I never said that. Yeah, I said that. You know what I mean? But I have never referred to them as chapetes or busters or north, whatever they want to use. All I ever was like, well, fuck, you know, F the north side. You know what I mean? But that's it. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm honest right here. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say that. You know, like whenever somebody ever tried to talk about it, it was like, that's it though. But that's where the conversation ended. We just stay stuck on the subject and like, yeah, you know, homies don't want to hear no stories or nothing like that. We're not gonna be impressed. You know, like we ain't trying to do all of that. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing gangster about it. You know, like, okay, that's cool. You busted a hale. Keep it to yourself. Because when you're speaking about it, it's like you're making homies like kind of like worry, like, damn, this was spilling the beans on everything. So imagine if some shit crashed right now, this was gonna be fucking, this was gonna be, you know, mouthing everything. Or at least if they tell the story, you know, for them to tell it right, like if they just like they know how to tell it, you know what I mean, without going so much into details and shit like that. Because then that's when you should be worried. Because it's like, man, if something crashed right now, this was gonna spill the beans on everything. Like, nah, homie, you know me, I'll never speak about it. I'll never speak a word to this to nobody, homie. Like, fool, my boy, you just told me like about 6 different hollies that you busted with. You expect me to believe you? Bro, tripping. Oh, a lot more from CLA. Oh, well, they're struggling to keep up with the times.
Do they look like pajamas or pants?
No, they're pants.
Pants?
Pajama pants.
Oh, okay. So they don't look like regular pants. Right?
No.
Okay. So if I go to school and you see me, would you think I'm wearing pajamas?
No.
Why? You need to know I'm wearing pajamas.
No, because
These are ugly if they're not pajamas. I only like them they're cute if they are pajamas. So,
well, I don't, I'm not a girl.
so if I was walking, would you think I was wearing pajamas?
I suggest for us to go to the.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not a woman.
Are you done already?
I used to use the word.
Let's hold and build up to the
No, but see, chavala is different. You know, like you're chavala. You know, like I hardly used it, but chavala is a word that's used. You know, it's common, but like a chapete, like nah. Like you would hear them maybe call them like putos or chavalas like that, or or jotos or anything like that. But to actually go to like chapete, you never hear that word down here. You know what I mean? Like homies are not too creative down here, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they like damn like so rap this song. Let's say it's Joker from this. He said, but here's the thing though.
Mommy, keep fracturing.
That is true. Like I said, Chicano rap in general, Chicano rap for the Sud painted it out like this is the way we were. Chicano rap for the Sud kind of gave certain homies, like I guess, a bad name. Look, and this is real talk. Most homies down here weren't bumping Chicano rap. They didn't like Chicano rap. Most homies were hating on Chicano rap from down here, right? They were calling them fake gangsters. They're trying too hard. They're exaggerating, etc., etc. That's why a lot of homies that are from the Sud weren't hearing Chicano rap. The ones that were hearing Chicano rap was maybe the hyenas, and you had some homies here and there that would bump it. You know what I mean? But like, let's say you're posted 50 deep, my boy. Maybe out of the 50, maybe about 10 of your homies hear Chicano rap, and the rest didn't. You know what I mean? And that's just being honest. I'm not hating on nothing like that. You know me, I support Chicano rap and everything like that. I was one of the ones that would hear it. But a majority of my homies didn't like Chicano rap. They would tell me to change the song, change the CD. I remember my boy, posted and everything like that. A lot of the older homies didn't like it either. A lot of fools usually. I remember hey, they're trying too hard, and then not only with my neighborhood, but when I would go kick it with my homies from different bottles, same shit, same get down. You know what I mean? The only homie that they like the Chicano rap, maybe if they had a homie from their bottle that rap, but that was it. You know what I mean? Because they knew individuals, so they knew that what he was speaking about, he was really about it compared to these individuals. They'd be like, oh, they're trying too hard, because nobody talks like, oh, rale, serio, so it's like homies weren't talking like that. Homies weren't over exaggerated like this and that, like trying too hard, you know what I mean? Because no individual talks like that or acts like that or just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like if they were trying to put up the image too much, right? They were trying to front it too much. I don't know if like to intimidate people or to intimidate the crowd or whatever. But homies right here were taking it the wrong way. It was like, why are they fools behaving like that? You get what I'm saying? That's how they were taking. That's how they were being received. I know in different areas, like in different states, they would be like, nah, those fools are gangsters. They were in other states that's how it was being seen. But like down here, where like pinches cholos por todos lados and where it originated, it was being seen the opposite of that. You know what I mean? Because these guys knew what it is to be a gangster. These guys are around them every day. They're in the field out there 24/7, handling business. They know what it is to be a G and how a G conducts himself. And this was not it. So that's why they didn't, seen it like I guess if it was real or anything like that. You get what I mean? But everybody else, the way they got their opinion of sureños, because a lot of places like had never seen a sureño or had whatever, or even know what a sureño is, they just go based off what they see on movies or what they see on or what they hear on music. And so if what they're seeing on TV and what they're hearing on music is this way, then they think, oh, all of these fools are like that. So then now when YouTube hits and you have, certain individuals like me, like Dubs, like Sunny, like Cholo Trucker, like Zod or any sureño that's out there, they're like, man, these fools don't talk or act like nothing like how we thought they talked and act like, and these fools they don't conduct themselves like how these fools were saying on CDs. So yeah, well that fool doesn't speak for all of sureños. He doesn't speak for the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who, like, why they conduct themselves that way. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with it. I'm just saying that not all homies conduct themselves like that. Like, so to think that also sureños are like that. You know what I mean? Like, like I don't remember ever being like. I remember if homies ever like showed videos with cohetes and everything, we're gonna get a calentada, my boy. We're gonna get our freaking asses whooped. They were never gonna allow homies to be like, "Hey, homie, hey, Chucky, get the shotgun," and then like how these fools were doing it. You know what I mean? Or taking video of homies riding on the wall, like. My boy, if any of us went mobbing, homie, and if a homie took out a cell phone and tried to press record, my boy, he was gonna get his ass. My boy, he was gonna get flatlined. Homies were gonna be like, wait, what's up with this? Hey, look at this fucking informant. Because we were shown, hey, no cell phones, no video, none of that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, group picture and everything, that's cool. But actually, you committing a holly, like, no. Like, because that's evidence, my boy. Like, what the fuck? Like, because you're risking the. What if you lose the phone? What if you. Anything could happen and then somebody now gets a hold of that evidence? My boy, not only are you putting yourself, in jeopardy, you're putting all of us in jeopardy, my boy. So we're going to have that. You know what I'm saying? That's way too critical and vital. You're talking about the lives of several individuals, and for the purpose of your social media account. Fuck no. You get what I'm saying? But that's how we were shown in the hood. That's how we were bred and brought up. So when now these individuals are doing the opposite of that, or making it public, it's like you know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference from like you could post up with your homies and show the pictures and talk about your neighbors, but you actually committing crimes. That's the difference. There's a difference. Understand? There's a difference. I think that they weren't able to tell the difference. So it's like, okay, so anything's go. Like, no, not anything's go. You could do this. There's nothing wrong with that. This can't get you arrested. This, on the other hand, my boy, this could get you 25 to life. Like, there's a difference, my boy. Understand that. Understand why certain homies get mad about certain things and not other things. It's not that there's favoritism being played. It's like you have to understand what can get you arrested and what can't get you arrested. Like, you have to know your law. Which goes back to what I said, that homies need to know their law. You get what I'm saying? But I think, like a lot of homies took what they were hearing on music and running with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's like, okay, this is how homies could conduct themselves, should conduct themselves, even though they have older homies telling them like otherwise. Like, you already know, people look up to certain, individuals that are in on the spotlight. You know what I mean? On the grand stage, more that they're gonna listen to, like maybe an ordinary individual. If I gave somebody advice, and if LeBron James gave somebody advice, they're probably gonna take LeBron James' advice over my advice, even though, let's say, the advice he gave wasn't good. But just because he's LeBron James, they're gonna listen to him. You understand what I'm saying? So even though their OGs could have probably told them otherwise, like, well, Mr. Capone said it's feed me. I'm not saying that he's promoting bad glitch or nothing like that. I just use that as an example because everyone knows who he is. So for that purpose. But you get what I mean? Being from Richmond, you had to be one to hang with the OGs. So, oh yeah, it was mandatory. Yeah, my boy, you have to put it work. You're not like homies gonna be like, este güey, ¿qué ha hecho para el barrio ese güey? They just boxing themselves. They don't get it. Holy, I just saying I pay all the songs that don't say. I like to listen to it all. Give saludos and respects to you and your family. That's right. We're representing at the Yarda. I used to roll with OG. That's right, homie. Yeah. Was only of the BSL. I actually like that name, Brown Street Lokes. That's pretty cool. Rocky Hill. Yeah, that's one thing. Look, to say that Sureño Barrios have it on lockdown, to say Norteño Barrios don't have it on lockdown, it's ridiculous. Do you not know how that sounds? How stupid that sounds? So you're telling me Sureño Barrios have it on lockdown, but Norteño Barrios don't have it on lockdown? Why? They both raza. They both grew up in the struggle, poverty. The same things that you guys went through that created and made you guys this way is the very exact same struggles that they went through that created them that way. That's the reason why gangs simultaneously around the world roughly started with the same structures and almost the same way. So to think otherwise, that Asian gangs don't have it on lockdown, Norteño gangs don't have it on lockdown, Russian gangs don't have it on lockdown, Irish gangs don't have it on lockdown, it's fucking ridiculous. If one side gangs have it on lockdown, then all sides of gangs have it on lockdown. To think otherwise is fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? I don't live in the fake world. I don't live in the fantasy. I don't live in my ego. I don't live in and shit that like especially a majority of people that say this stuff don't even know what they're talking about. Have never met individuals from those sides. Don't even know how the Volo rolls. And yeah, you want to criticize and say that that's not true. That they ain't got shit sold. Like how do you know? Like were you there or what? Okay, entonces why? Because somebody told you. And people don't like when they say things. Come on now. Um, like when you ask a big homie, right, who's done a lot of time, what's their thoughts on norteños? Like, do they handle business? They're gonna tell you yes because they seen it and witnessed it. That's why they don't speak ill about them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they like praise them or anything, but they give them their respect. Their you could how could I say you could respect your enemy and not like them, you know what I mean? But you know that they about the business, so you give them that respect, you know what I mean? Because you know they have done damage and have done shit and etc. So for people to think otherwise is like my boy, then clearly you never been nowhere and seen no action, you know what I mean? Like, because if these fighters don't put in work, why is there so many casualties on this side, and why has there been so many murders, and why are their homies doing life, and etc. from all sides, Asian, middle, anywhere around the world that you go to, there's prisons. Whether it's any part of Asia or any part of Europe or anything like that, they have prisons, and those prisons are full of a lot of individuals that have done a lot of things. So to think that they're not down or it doesn't crack over there, like,
What are you saying?
are you sure? Because their incarceration numbers say differently, my boy. They have a lot of motherfuckers in there for doing real things. Like they're not in there for stealing hot Cheetos, my boy, and drinking a Red Bull inside of a supermarket.
Bruh.
You get what I mean? Like, stop living in this fantasy world. I get it. And the internet is so easy. Just because everyone else says it, let's all say it. That's why when fools be like, all taggers are bitches, or
He's on low heart rate and he's
they have no ideas of their own. They just grab whatever they see on the internet and just reuse it. And it's like, well, how do you know? Do you know any of them? No. Oh, so you're going based on what you've seen, and now you're just reusing it. Like that's the only reason why people re-say it. They just grab whatever they hear and say on here, and then they just say it. They repeat it. You could repeat it 100 times, my boy. It'll make it true. Those are the facts. People don't want to accept the facts because they're one of these individuals that does that. So obviously they're not gonna want to accept the facts because now it shows that what they're doing is bad. Like I said, I'm not on here trying to act like I'm perfect or I never made each and every advice that I give. I have made all those mistakes. All those when I was a youngster, I made each and every one of those mistakes. My homies, even from got calentadas, you know what I mean? They put me up on game. They corrected my foolish behavior, my foolish way of thinking, right? Because when you're younger, you're arrogant, and you think you know it all. You don't want to listen, everything like that. That's what the calentadas are for. They make sure you listen. I corrected my errors. You know what I mean? I lived and learned. I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I never made none of these mistakes. Oh no, I made them all, my boy. Each and every one of them. And like a older homie's supposed to do is like when he makes mistakes and he learns from them and he goes through it, he's supposed to provide the lesson. That way they don't make the same mistakes that he made. That is the purpose. It's not that you think you're perfect or you think you don't know. Like no, it's not. It's none of that. It's actually for they won't make the same mistakes that somebody already had made. I already fell down that pothole, so I know that pothole's there. So now I could tell them, hey, trucha for that pothole before you fall in it. I know because I fell down it. You get what I'm saying? People think that it's like, I don't know. It's always a different, version. Okay, I used to stay on. I grew up in Raffers territory between Hart and DeHaan. Oh yeah, that is the neighborhood right there, Victory Boulevard Elementary. Yeah, I went to Victory Boulevard too. That's the school that I went to. And yes, that is the neighborhood on Hart and DeHaan. I now live in Northern Cali. Oh, serio? That's right, my boy. Yeah, that is the hood right there. Victory Boulevard. Yeah, that was my school. Say scrap, but down there they call each other back. Say scrap, but down there they call each other back. Is there any truth to that? Do we have each other's backs down here, or like what do you mean? Like scrap to us is like normal. Like there's like scrappy, because scrap to us means when you scrap, like when you throw putazos. That's what scrap means to us. Like, what's up, fool? Then let's scrap. Scrap meaning like let's get down. You know what I mean? That's why homies get their names scrap or scrappy, because that's what scrap is. Scrap is, when you're gonna catch a fade or throw blows or that's what scrap means. And there's certain vatos that people beef it with, that's how you diss them. You diss them by calling them scraps.
You just went into water.
Scraps to us is never like a term that, like, if someone says scrap, like they're calling us a scrap, you know what I mean? Because homies' names are, like even when homies' names are scrappy, for sure they call them scrap. Hey, scrap, cállate para acá. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, to us, scrap, if anything, like, we would take, I guess, more offense, or like if they're dissing us, if they're calling you a sewer rat, then that's like, okay, and then they're trying to offend my lado, you know what I mean? Compared to a scrap, that's like that's why it's like never seen as like what, so, like, because homies give themselves that name, so it's like, do you think they will put an end to gangs, or do you think that gangs will die down? I don't think no one will put an end to gangs. I think the gangs are gonna eventually die out on their own. I honestly think that that's gonna happen. They're little by little gonna start fading away on their own. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? It's happening slowly but surely. That's what's going on. People don't want to see it. You know what I mean? But it is. Like I said, it's just the way it is, my boy. The way I see it, I honestly don't care. As long as I'm breathing, my neighborhood never dies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm proud to be from my barrio. I represent it to the fullest. And I'm comfortable, being proud of my area. Doesn't mean that I have to go out there and keep banging it or writing it on walls or recruitment or nothing like that, because it's in my heart. So therefore, to the day that I go, my gang has never died because it's inside of me. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then by the time, I'm already dead. Well, I'm already dead. So what does it even matter? you get what I'm saying? But if it's in you, it's in you. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what people say, or like, hey, but nobody sees anybody out there or whatever. That's cool. That's fine. Nobody has ever. They never punked my neighborhood, and they never said it to my face, and if I ranked it, so they never had punked my neighborhood. Like what you mean? Like, yeah, they never came and punked me, then they never punked my neighborhood or any of my homies. Let's just say in general. If you always represent it, then you're always representing your neighborhood. Then your neighborhood's still up and it's still being repped. It doesn't have to be out there like physically being done or whatever. You know what I mean? From ignorant, like, obviously because they're younger, so they're arrogant, so they're not gonna understand the mental behind it. You know what I mean? Because of the testosterone level and the lack of reasoning, at that age is the reason. They're not gonna see it. But they'll eventually get to it because they grow out of it, because then that part of your brain develops, so you're able to become more reasonable and logical. So it's like, so all that so all those criticisms don't mean nothing. They ain't shit. There's no merit to them. You know what I mean? Because they're speaking from somebody that doesn't know how to volo roll. So it's like, is the legacy. You know what I mean? Can't take that from them individuals. It's like people could get mad and everything like that. My boy, that's history, my boy. History is history. Stop the elote, man. It's just that's just exactly. No, use the word. Well, like sweat. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think no, like, YouTuber bangers on content. Yeah, that is true, and a lot of it. Like, damn, bro, like, chill. if an individual, my boy, has to come on the internet and say this, and that, like, motherfuckers, I'll knock fools out, I'll take your bitch, I'll burn your mom, motherfucker, I'll fucking lay this wild, I'll fucking blah, blah. If they're doing all of that, my boy, there's a reason why they're doing all of that. They could be criticized, they could be critiqued. their so-called work could be put into question. That's why they're always in defense mode. That's why they always have to be huffing and puffing this and that. They always have to try to tell the world that they're down and when you're down and down for your shit and your crazy, you don't have to prove that to nobody. You know what you have done. Your homies know what you have done. You know what I mean? So you know what you're about. So you never have to tell anybody, or you never have to keep saying it. You know what I mean? Because you know what you could do to individuals and everything like that. So it's like it all bounces off. It's irrelevant. When people like are quick to like defend themselves, like, nah, homie, I'm down, hey, fool, I'm knock fools out, is because they never knocked nobody out. They never did this, and that. You know, because if people investigate, they can see that it's a lie. And that's what, and they know that. That's the reason why they always have to be putting up a front, because they know that their work could be questioned. When you know your work can't be questioned, then anybody can say anything about you, and you won't trip, you won't sweat. Because if people really dig, guess what? They're gonna find that you're really about it. So you don't have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to sweat. But if there's nothing there, of course you're gonna be worried, and of course you're gonna keep making up all these stories from here to there to there to the, you know what I mean? To make so many stories that people have to constantly keep digging everywhere. You're trying to hide the truth in a mess. You know what I mean? But when you know that you don't have anything, like, you mind if I search you? Go ahead, because ain't nothing there. But when you're like, oh, well, see, I have a bad leg, yeah, because a while back ago, well, guess what? It's because there's something there, my boy. People could say, like, oh, you're a weenie, you really in a body, you have a bitch voice, you this, that, you phone. That's cool. You know, I still sleep peaceful. Because my homies know what I'm about. I know what I'm about. My hood knows what I'm about. And if people dig, oh, guess what? He was telling the truth. Like, okay. Not to glorify it or anything like that, because like I said, none of that even means anything at the end of the day. So it's like, it's irrelevant. Oh, the corn man. But you know what I mean? Like, when somebody's really about their stuff, like, they don't ever have to keep wolfing it on here like, oh, I knocked out like 30 fools in my time. Oh man, I scratched away and I got even when people tell me, hey fool, I heard you got in a scuffle last night, like, little misunderstanding. Well, what happened? Nothing important. You know, like, yeah, but I heard you won, and like, you know what I mean? Like, homies don't want to talk about it. It's like, you get nothing out of it. There's no glory behind it. What glory is there? Waking up sore and shit like that. Even if you do, and it's like, I'm saying, you don't get nothing out of it. You don't get no prize, no gold chain. Just because you say all of this shit doesn't mean that money's gonna drop from the sky or a fancy new car's gonna pull up into your driveway. It means nothing, my boy. You get nothing. Well, the approval and the exceptions from people that you don't know, from these random individuals from the internet, that's the attention that you crave, that's the approval that you're looking for. What does their opinions matter to you? You know, and like, why are you so needed for that attention from these individuals? Because you know that the individuals that you really know don't respect you. You know the individuals around you know that you ain't about it. So that's why you want to come put the fun in somewhere else. That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? That's the psychology behind it. You know? If you know that all your homies know that you saw it from your area, you think you're going to care about what anybody else says right there, when knowing damn well that in the streets you have hundreds of individuals that know what you're about and they can vouch for you? Then whatever individuals say on the internet is not going to faze you. But if they're saying that you weenie and everything like that, and then you coming on here now to try to hold that status that you proclaim to hold or whatever, now they're now calling you that, of course you're gonna go into defense mode, because now you have nowhere to hide. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we gonna get something. Well, that's it. The Elote Man is here, so try to get some raspados, some charrones, some elote. We out.